This is Robo95 and today I'll be doing a beginner's guide for Empires Mobile, a game which launched globally yesterday. Still not available in a few regions and only available at this moment on Android and the certain iOS. This is an overview of the city. Alright, doing an overview first. Not much in terms of city design. It's based off of the 3 civilizations available, and it's pretty much set in stone. So this is the design of the Dwarven city. There's an Elven city and there's also human race, but that isn't available as yet. Alright, so I'll just be going through some of the interfaces first. Alright, so this is your player interface, your rankings, squad and troops you have, and an alliance button as well as settings. Here's a VIP shop. Right here, every day you check in, you get VIP points. You get more points as you check in more, and you get to open a daily chest which contains stuff depending on your VIP level. Here you could spend this. This is a one-time buy only. Here's how you buy Shapura, which is one of the better cavalry commanders in the game. Right, and you get a different chest to buy for increasing amounts of money every level. As you go up, you get more VIP exclusive buffs. So in terms of landmarks and milestones you want to achieve, the first important milestone is VIP 6, where you get a permanent second building queue. In the game they give items which increase the building queue to 2 temporarily, but to extend that you would need to either pay gems, which is premium currency, or once you reach VIP 6 you have that permanently unlocked. Next important milestone is VIP 10, where you get 1 legendary hero insignia every day. Next important milestone will be VIP 14, where you get VIP 13, where you get 2, and VIP 14, where you get 3. Again, if you notice here at VIP 9 would be the last Shapura chest. Then you start unlocking this next commander, who's pretty good early game as well, Carissa. I have a video on a commander overview in the game. I'll put that in the description of this video, so you can look at what commanders should be used, where every commander should be used, and which are the best to use. Again, you can notice the buffs get much better as you go up in VIP. So spending money in the game benefits your growth and strength in fighting, etc. So this is the quest bar. You have your daily quest, and every day you do this, you gain points for doing certain daily quests. Once you claim them, you have the ability to open these chests, which have the same thing every day, except as you level up and your city get bigger, these rewards themselves increase a bit, and ideally what you want to do is to get to 100 every single day, where you get this, and this helps a lot with your city growth. Here's the main quest area, and this is important for growing your city as well as giving you an idea, especially as a new player, on what you should be doing next. Main quest especially, it helps you and gives you a guide where you should be or what should be your next milestone in terms of development. Of course, growth is based on personal preference as well as what you think should be done to have a good city early, and I'll go into that in a bit in one of the next points. Here you have standard messaging, you have your guild, private as well as world. Chat, bit buggy at some points. You need to be level 7, city hall level 7 to talk into the world chat. No level cap to communicate in the alliance chat. Here you have the battle. This is where you find the expedition, and I'll do a video on this at some point on how best to do it and what's the importance, but it's basically a 1v1 you versus some you game generated armies, you have challenges to beat them. You get to claim this every day, and you use your points gained in the shop. Personally, I would really use it on this commander here. Right? She's pretty good she's a very good free-to-play commander. And if you notice, this is one of the cheapest ways. This is free currency, essentially. Here you have the Alliance tab. So this is where any rallies would be. This would show the territory, the technology that's for you to donate every day. For it to be best done, you need to probably wait till it's saved up to 20 and then click on it once it fills to 20 to contribute to your alliance. You get higher points. The highest point total you get every day. The alliance, the game tells you who contributed the most from each alliance, and they get a bit of resources and speed ups. Your help tab, this is important, that if having a good alliance is the only way to really push on well. You have your shop. Alliance officers add stuff to the shop, and you use the silver currency to claim items. Most people save it, most people spend it. It depends on what's your personal preference, especially depending on what you're saving up for. In other games, these gears into migration, but personally, in an early game, I would once they don't introduce migration into the game, in the early game I would probably spend these coins on teleports, especially if I'm not spending much into the game. Teleports are sometimes hard to come by. The warehouse, this just shows the Alliance stores. Divine Realm would be passes and special items on the map which give buffs. I'll also show those in a bit. Any gifts, this is how you get Alliance gifts. You have rare and you have average. Average would be from rallies. Rare would be chests that are bought by your commander, your allies, which you could open and get sometimes amazing gifts, sometimes not so good. Remember overview and settings. Items, typical. The only thing about this game that I don't really appreciate, there's certain items that you wouldn't really need to check, but the game comes and says, well, this is new. Please click on it to accept that it's not new anymore. But as someone, if you have OCD, that could be pretty annoying. That you need to enter the game and click each individual thing. The zero tab. We don't really be going into this too much today. Right, and last but not least, the map view. A bit laggy to enter the map, but it's not too bad. So you have your unlimited movement. I don't have much troops, but I'll still attack this guy.
Berserkers, attention!
Should win, but if you notice, unlimited zoom. You can move anywhere, move back. Not as smooth as it should be. So you can move and control your units. These will be monster layers which you rally with your alliance, giving you pretty okay loot. This is how you level up your war hall, which increases the amount of troops you could send in a rally. Alright. So in terms of city growths, ideally you want to push a few things. Let's click on castle. Castle is the most important city element, and ideally to level up this is your goal. You want to level this up as fast as possible people usually refer to it as City Hall Russian. You want to level up your City Hall, level up your academy, which is this building here, level up your embassy, which is how you get help, level up your hospitals, and you want to keep repeating that. So every single level, you're required to level up your stoneworks first to the next highest level. Level up your hero chamber, then that is required to level up your wall, and that is required to level up your castle. The castle also requires sometimes another building to be maxed to be able to increase, but it's important, and that's the ideal goal, to push the level of this as high as possible with keeping your embassy as well as your academy at the same level, at the highest possible level for the clan hall. And that's ideally how you want to push your city growth. Growth is important, and you, to get the best tiers of heroes, let's look into the academy here. To get the best tiers of heroes, so this would be tier 2, right? This would be tier 3, for the Tribal Bruiser. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And getting these higher troop levels are absolutely massive in terms of war, because the power scale is pretty high. Now, in terms of city growth, it's also pretty wise to keep your other buildings to a decent level, right? Because you don't want to have very under-level barracks, because if they are under-leveled, you're going to be training less troops, and when you're training less troops, especially if say somebody who's not going to be online all the time, you will restrict your growth. And also what's very important is getting help, which is why I want the embassy to be highest grade. So for example here, I'll put a building to train here. So let's just grow my city barracks. And here, every single time you press a building to build, press this button, especially once in an alliance. Now, in terms of help, you're going to see this. You're only going to want to use speed ups after this is maxed out. So you get the full advantage of being in an alliance. So you see I was given a help here, so the time decreases. Then, after that's achieved, especially if in a very active alliance, which is important, you gain helps. And that takes me to the second point of what's important is getting helps from your alliance and being in a good alliance. Being in a good alliance gives you better helps, better growth, better protection, and eventually better rewards in the game. Alliance power is important, but what is also very important is teamwork, activity, and making good friends. Power is good to some degree, but it's not everything in the game. So ideally everyone has a hive. I'm trying to find this current alliance hive, which I just joined this morning just to show you guys. So this is our hive, and you're gonna want to, most people set up near to these divine sanctums, divine altars in this first zone, because it gives rewards and gives bonuses. So first thing you want to do when you join alliance is you want to teleport in close to them, and you do that by clicking items. Well, this is rookie teleport, and you could use this to teleport to anywhere in your zone, your first starting zone. So now this has no restrictions. and you join your alliance mates for more protection, etc. Now this is so the closer you are to alliance members, you could do more raids together, etc. It's important. Teamwork. When you're allowed to build territory, it's gonna be important as well. Next point. So what you want to do next? You want to use your action points to hit barbarians. This is the action points here. It regenerates every few minutes. You get action points, and it caps at 1000. You want to keep that 0. Ideally, you want to be killing barbarians, leveling up commanders, getting the bit of speed ups and resources drops from them, and that'll keep your city growing and keep your commanders growing as well. Next step is leveling up your commanders. Again, I spoke about it just now. You could do level up commanders with 2 things. You could be getting experience by killing barbarians. The higher level barbarian, the more experience points you gain, as well as you could actually click here and use your books, right, to level up your commanders. Now, especially in terms of city growth, commander growth is important, and commander growth properly is important. So your commander has an active skill and 3 other passive skills. Beyond Bloodfur is a pretty good commander in his own, so he's a good starter commander. Here, when you expertise the commander, you're going to be getting this final skill. Now, I'll just show you. Could upgrade. Now, every 10 levels, you're going to be able to increase the rarity or star level of the commander. The most important thing though is, especially for every single commander, you want this to be 5. You want this first skill to be 5 is the most important skill. Only then do you start starring up your commander and open out more skills. Because for example, if this was open 2 and I open this skill or this skill, right? At level 10, you open 1 skill. At level 20, you open the next skill. At level 30, you open the final skill. You could also, if you get lucky, you could open more skills at once. But you always want to max out this first skill to 5. Then work on these. Because if this was 2, this is 1, and this was 1, sometimes when you click upgrade like I did, a skill may increase here or here. It's pretty random, and you don't want this skill to not be at 5 while these increasing to 2 or 3 and this not at 5 yet. Because at 5, this is the most important skill for every single commander in the game. Next thing, you have talent trees. Every time you level up your commander, you get a point and a point to add to these trees. I'll be going into depth in terms of trees for each commander, but I'll just show you here where there's a melee commander, so I'll just put a point into melee here. And that's how you distribute your points. But the builds on these are pretty important, because this is how you differentiate from another player, and this is how you get an advantage over them. Right? The better your talent tree, the more efficient your fighting and your army is at fighting. Better it is for you versus another enemy who may have not put in the talent points where it should be. And that's the difference between you winning and losing a fight. Because at the end of the day, this becomes a war game. Right? Next thing. The next step is you want to explore. If you zoom out, click explore button, you see these things come up. Caves, houses, and fog. The fog, you could explore. Send your scouts out, clear the fog. Right? You have ways to do it where you could go far to the end of the other map. End of the map. This is the center of the map. This isn't open yet. And click here, go to a cave, send a scout to a cave, and you'll start clearing the map a little easier. You'll get zigzags, etc. So, you wanna run around, you wanna clear the map fog, you have to click on these and collect them. On this. These. Right? You get a map scroll. Important. Villages do, especially the, yes, you collect those, and especially depending on your academy level, you are allowed to, you actually collect. I'll just go back into my city to show you the academy. These researchers here, this is the, we call them the resource, the farm skills. These below here are the war skills. The farm skills, these food productions up until here, right? These could actually be found in villages for free. So you don't want to spend speed ups, resources, or time on any of these. Just clicking on those villages with a academy of about 8 or 10, you'll collect all those for free. So I was supposed to have, right, so you can click on this while you're scout running and he'll collect those stuff. Scouting in this game is pretty quick. So I'll just zoom out. You can see here, click on this, and you also get troops, just tier 1 troops, but doing all of them in a pretty short piece of time will really help you out. Really, you get a decent amount of troop caps. So I'll just scout this cave and I'll show you what it contains. So we have 3 types of caves: low level, medium level, and high level. Each one gives a different rarity of chest: level 1, level 2, and level 3. And when you open them, you get items, and it's actually very good items. So what you want to do, explore the map as much as possible if you're online. Click on villages, scout caves, and it will help you in the long run. You're gonna get items, you're gonna get gold chests, gold keys, sorry, which you're gonna be able to do to open hero chamber, to do 2 things. You unlock the silvers, which give more blue, green, sometimes purple commanders, but the gold keys, which are these, that's how you get the gold commanders, the purple commanders. Again, you'll see a better description of commanders in the commander overview. Next thing, be safe. This is a war game and people gonna attack a city, attack your marches. Best way to stay safe, keep strong, keep together with your alliance, and strength comes in numbers. Strength doesn't come in being alone. I'll just open this cave chest to show you guys. Pretty decent. Last thing I wanted to show you was events. So you have a calendar. This is the event which is comes every single start of every single kingdom, and you get decent prizes, and every single day new things open up, and you want to complete this up to 100, and when the day is finished you actually could claim 100 tokens. And here, when you get tokens, you'll be able to exchange it for these either this commander, which is your base commander. You exchange it for silver keys or resources. I would usually spend it on my base commander, maybe unlock this commander, who is a farming commander, but not really that important, or I'll spend it on the keys, which is probably a better deal. Then you have this, which is basically your ultimate lord or mightiest governor event, and that's how you win. This guy, who's a pretty strong commander, is a 5-day event, which they don't actually show what it consists of, but 5-day events Day 1 training, Day 2 barbarian hunting, Day 3 resource collection, Day 4 power event, Day 5 killing event. And each stage is based on what I told you. The more you do of each stage, the more you get points. The more points you get, the higher your ranking. The higher ranking, the more of this guy you get, the more of these you get. It's usually the most hardly fought event, but it usually comes down to who spends the most, and that's how you win. So that's my beginner's guide. Hopefully it could help someone somewhere do a little better in the game. Hopefully I could help people who are new understand the game a bit better. So that's me. I'm Room195, and hopefully I'll be doing some more videos to help you guys get into Empires Mobile a little bit better. Thank you.